Hi Sagittarius, this is your horoscope for February 2017. Thank you for joining me. Now, you're really going to be interested in love and romance this month. On the 4th of February, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, goes into Aries in your 5th house of romantic relationships. Now, Venus, the planet of love, in Aries is far more driven and far more fiery and excitable than it usually is. And because you're a fire sign as well, you're going to work well with that energy. So the big priority, the big focus here at the beginning of February is going to be romantic relationships and what you can make happen in that aspect of your life. So particularly if you're single, this is an excellent time to meet new people. If you're in a relationship already, this is a wonderful time to share activities, to make memories together, to do things that are really magical and fun and that both of you can enjoy and that you'll remember. You also have Mars and Uranus in that 5th house of romance. For the duration of February. Mars is drive and it's the male principle, so it's desire. That's also in Aries, so there's going to be huge focus on that for you guys. Uranus is rebellion and it's eccentricity and it's doing things your own way. That in Aries too is really just like a power station of focus when it comes to your romantic relationship, and that's going to be at the forefront of your mind. Now on the 5th of February, Jupiter, the lucky planet, that goes retrograde, and this is your ruler. So Jupiter is an outer planet. It retrogrades until the 10th of June this year. It usually stays in retrograde for about 4 months of the year. Some of the outer planets stay in retrograde for 6 months. So the retrogrades when it comes to the outer planets aren't as significant and relevant as when the personal planets go retrograde, Mercury, Mars, and Venus. So that doesn't mean that Jupiter is going to stop supporting you or stop giving you this sense of good luck and the desire to grow and to move forward. But what it does do is it gives you the opportunity to reflect on your own hopes and dreams, especially when it comes to relationships. So you are in an ideal position here, Sagittarius. One, you have the desire to pursue a new relationship and you have the renewed hope. A lot of people have had bad experiences in relationships and have said, I'm done. So you have got the desire to actually try again, and at the same time you've got this beautiful reflective quality, which means that, you know, I've learned from my past experiences. I'm looking for a relationship that's positive. I know what I like. I know what kind of person I want to be with, and those things coming together really put you in a position to be someone who can go out there and meet people, or to be in a relationship and to be intelligent about it. On the 7th of February, Mercury goes into Aquarius in your 3rd house. So Mercury is the communication planet, it's the way you think. In the 3rd house, it is perfectly placed, and it means that your thinking is going to be, you're really going to be super, super sharp this month. If intelligence is variable, I suppose, then this month certainly the astrology really gives you that brain power and gives you that boost. It allows you to think rationally and clearly. You've also got the midheaven and your sun in Aquarius in that 3rd house. So your identity is very much connected to communication, what it is you're putting out there, and you communicate in a very fair and even-keeled way. So you come across as very put together, as very professional. Even if you don't feel that way internally, other people are going to respond to you in a very good way because you come across as very worthy of respect. You're articulate, you express yourself well, and if you're a creative type, if you're a writer, or if you're someone who's trying to become a professional writer, this is really the perfect month for you to get started with that. On the 11th of February, we've got the full moon in Leo, and it's also a lunar eclipse. Now, I'll make a separate video on the full moon and the new moon because there's always a lot of activity going on during those times, and I'll give you a little bit more in-depth information in those videos. But as far as you're concerned, Sagittarius, the full moon happens in Leo in your 9th house. You are the 9th house, okay? In traditional astrology, Sagittarius occupies the 9th house. So this full moon, this Leo, this fire, this huge flame blowing up, this bonfire burning in your 9th house is really going to give you the desire to travel, to expand, to have new experiences, to have fun, to learn, to do things that are completely new, and to go on an adventure. It's also a lunar eclipse though, and lunar eclipses, the effects of any eclipse last for about 6 months after the event. and it pulls this Leo energy into your ninth house. So for a long time here in 2017, you're really going to be adventurous and will not be a thrill seeker in such a way, because that's got a negative connotation to it and it sounds reckless, but you really have the confidence and fire and ability to go out and enjoy yourself and to make new memories and to have new experiences. The North Node in itself is in Virgo, so that gives you the ability to make good decisions and to avoid activities or situations which may potentially be harmful. So you're free to have fun and to explore in a really safe and positive way. On the 14th of February, we've got Mars and Pluto forming a square, and that lasts until the 1st of March. Now, a square is when two planets are 90 degrees apart, and these two only do this once every 2 years, so it's significant. So Mars, I've already spoken about, it's given you that real drive towards romantic relationships, but Pluto is about change and transformation in a significant way, and that happens to be in your second house in Capricorn. So now, during this square, during these last 2 weeks of February, you're really going to take that energy that's solely been focused on romantic relationships, and you're also going to start thinking about how you can make changes in the way you create abundance and prosperity in your own life, the way you make money. Okay, and because you have so much energy, you're really unstoppable, and you can do both. You can have fun in your relationships. And also, I mean, it's not just about fun. You can experience love and a real connection of the minds, but you can also use that energy to transform your finances in a really meaningful, significant way. At the same time, the North Node is still sitting in Virgo in your 10th house of career. So it's about making decisions that get you closer to what the ultimate goal is. What's the dream in your career? Do you want to end up as the director of the business? Do you want to be self-employed? Ask yourself what the dream is, because there's a current. You're in a river and the current is pushing you towards achieving your goals. It's like sitting on a plane and having a backwind which helps you get to your destination much quicker. So you're really being blessed and supported this month. So use that energy to your advantage to make your hopes and dreams a reality, and get busy with it. On the 14th of February as well, through until the 9th of March, Mars and Uranus begin to conjunct, which means they sit in the same position and they mesh their energy together. And Uranus is rebellion and eccentricity, and it's really it's like electricity. It's like putting a plug in a socket. Combined with Mars, it means you have so much energy that just focusing on romance wouldn't be enough anyway. You're coming, like the energy is coming out the sides. You're really going to have an intense month here, and I would suggest you focus that on romance and money and finance and career. You'll really be able to make some long-term positive changes in those areas of your life, and that energy then continues throughout February. And the next time things change really is on the 26th of February, when Mercury goes into Pisces and it moves into your 4th house. Now you've got a lot of energy in Pisces here. You've got Chiron, Neptune, the Sun, the Moon, the South Node, and Mercury, all in Pisces. And the big focus now is on family relationships, improving those, letting go of past arguments, resentments, differences of opinions, and to really become closer with the people who are your blood, the people who are in your family. And if you are someone who is alone, who does not have family, grandparents, nieces, whatever, then it's really about getting down to your roots and really seeing what's important to you and seeing who is important to you in your life and how you want to make those relationships closer and more meaningful. On the same day, we've got the new moon in Pisces, and there's another eclipse. So the new moon pulls this Piscean energy in. You're very intuitive, you're very sensitive, you're very forgiving of other people's flaws, mistakes, and your own. So there's a nice kind of meeting in neutral ground here. And the solar eclipse interrupts that new moon. It's an eclipse on the South Node, which means that there's a really nice detox mechanism built into this, which allows you to let go of negative emotions. And remember, the eclipses last for 6 months. So it's really, it signals that you're going to have a 2017 where if people who you consider to be family, if they upset you or if there's problems, they are not unfixable. you're able to somehow come to terms with it. The thing about this is, we all make mistakes, we all hurt our family members, whether we want to or not. We all unfortunately have egos, and we all have situations in life that affect other people and impact other people negatively. You're going to be more forgiving of other people doing that to you, and vice versa, which means that you can really be closer to people and enjoy the positive aspects of your relationships. So that's what's coming up for you in February. If you would like a private reading with me based on your birth chart, which I can draw up by looking at your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth, and then we can put the transits around that to see how this impacts you specifically, then please get in touch with me via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this channel, and I'll speak to you next month.